Uh,
Alive.
oh, that was quick. Hello, everyone who is there and who isn't.
Nobody is.
Well,
Probably.
we are, and the cats.
Yeah, the cats are.
Yeah, take the sound.
Disconnect the sound.
Or will drive us insaner. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about critics and reviews.
Yes.
We're not going to complain about the review that Panda did.
We can
Versus
complain about
Critic.
something, but not
It
those
was,
ones.
yeah,
The ones on Discord. Not
exactly.
the reviews.
But
But before that, there's something.
okay, yes.
We haven't been on the air lately, but there
Well,
was.
I'm too fat to be on the air. I
Yeah.
can't float.
Yeah, there was a release, maybe two. I don't know. Probably two releases.
What well, the last time we're talking about
Truth.
the award that we lost. So we talked about
That was a long time ago.
black exploitation.
Okay, so in that case, that's
It wasn't that long ago.
yeah, that's last week probably.
I know you just don't remember it.
So there's just one release then. It's Vice. Sandcove Gets the Blues.
It's not inspired by Miami Vice.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There's nothing.
Any similarity, pure coincidence. They copied us.
That's true. Joe Coombs thought about this in 1982. I think it's just anyway.
We thought about it in 1981. Actually,
it would be a copy of something else because it's not just Miami Vice. It's Miami Vice. It's Magnum PI, and it's several other things. Mission Impossible, Charlie's Angels, several other stuff. But it's mostly Miami Vice because it's called Vice, of course. But it takes place in a place called Sand Cove, which doesn't exist.
Maybe it does. I'm
oh,
sure
probably,
there's a Sand Cove somewhere.
Yeah, but that Sand Cove in particular doesn't exist. It's not a scenario, it's not a game, it's a source book.
A toolkit. Let's call it a toolkit. I think it sounds better because you say source books don't sell that well. So maybe if we call it a toolkit,
I don't know.
It would sell better.
Maybe. I haven't checked if someone bought it yet. Probably.
Someone bought it. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was noticing.
Yeah.
I was checking.
Well, it's
so at least there was one sale.
$2.50. So it's not a great investment.
It is a great investment for $2.50. It's an amazing investment.
Oh,
you can take a lot of hours of role playing from
that's true.
$2.50.
That's a good investment. So okay, but you should buy it. I like it. I like it. I can say this one.
The cover makes me think of Barbie.
Yeah. Barbie meets Miami Vice.
Exactly. Barbie. There was I don't remember. Malibu Barbie.
Okay.
I think you're gonna have a cat throwing in the background now.
Growing up?
Throwing up, yeah, but no, she stopped. And next week they're going to be the spicing.
Yes.
Also not written by you, well, partly by you.
Yeah, just partly. Mostly Joe Coombs' work. I added some stuff, but more for the next one than this one. This one I mostly edited, but spies I added some.
Agents of Wretch.
Agents of Wretch, not Wretched.
Yes, Agents of Wretch.
Wretch.
And so, yeah, okay. I was thinking that the name reminds me of Agents of Swing, but Agents of Wretch just sounds. Agents of something sounds good.
It reminds you of Agents of Shield as
well.
Yes,
also Agents of Shield.
Agents of
Change. Exactly, Agents of a lot of things.
So, but it could
because it could be Wretched Agents, but we just thought Agents of Red sounds better.
Not just because of that, but also because I don't want to create confusion. So wretched something. It's a game.
Yes,
it's something wretched.
It's a scenario. Yes, exactly.
Or in this case, not a scenario.
It's again a toolkit.
Yes, a toolkit for playing spy games. And if you mix those two together, it can be something for action stuff.
For exploitation, of course, but you can
use it mostly for exploitation.
OSR,
obviously. And we'll talk about crossing over stuff after the next block, which will be reviews.
Are we doing block? We're very professional now.
Okay, so the first part is over. Releases.
Yeah, it's good. Let's start with the releases. You're smart, so people can actually hear it, see it. We are learning. Hello, Doodle Squatch.
Hello. Welcome. I don't know what's the way. And we'll talk about crossing over.
Take the sounds.
I don't know if people can hear this or just probably some.
Yeah, but we can hear it.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Okay, so second block, reviews. So we were reviewed twice last week. Once by the gaming gang, Jeffrey, I can't remember his last name, Jeff something, and the RPG Pandit. That's good. He doesn't have a surname, so I don't have to remember it.
It has Pandit. RPG is his first name.
No, but he crumbled together. It's RPG Pandit. It's not the RPG Pandit. So gaming gang reviewed Wretched Bastards, and the RPG Pandit reviewed Country. If you haven't watched them, watch them.
And like and share and follow.
Yeah, all that. So we're going to talk about handling criticism, right?
Yes, exactly. Because
like mature people.
Yes, and not like the people that write for Wizards of the Coast and Dragonlance.
Okay.
Even when the reviews are not that bad, but people just say, that's not the book that I wanted. Why are you so full of hate?
I didn't.
I just saw a little part of the drama because I was already blocked by that person. She blocked everybody, and I think she also went private. So I only saw a screenshot or two. I am full. Yeah, but I saw a part of Yodano's review.
Yeah, the kids usually don't care.
I watch it. Well, they actually don't. They don't. I don't think they like when we do videos.
No. Well, there's one that usually comes to my lab as soon as I sit down here, talking to the screen.
Especially if I'm next to you.
Yeah. Well, she knows because I'm talking to the screen. So I usually don't do this.
Yeah, I talk to the screen a lot.
Yeah, but she knows that when I'm doing this, I'm doing a video. Well, maybe she doesn't know what I'm doing, but she knows that I'm doing.
Because you're not gonna give her attention, all the attention that she wants.
That's it.
And she doesn't like it.
Meanwhile, she went away. So
but I saw a bit of Yodano's review, and it wasn't that bad. He just said the book was not bad, which I don't believe. I think he was just being nice.
He was talking about the role-playing game or novel.
I think no, the role-playing game. But it's not. But the novel is from original authors. Yes, from Margaret Weiss. So that is not. They totally ignore the lore. That's what people liked about Dragonlance, by the way. And so I think he just said, and the person that was criticizing him is an artist, and he actually said that the art in the book was good.
Which I thought. But maybe he liked it. Why not?
So how do you first, when someone is reviewing your book or your film or whatever, you don't expect them just to say that, oh, it's wonderful and I like it very much. That is not a review. When people are reviewing your work, you should be open to criticism. That's how things work, right? It should be.
Yeah, even though if some Portuguese people that like us very much were watching this, they would say, you can't handle the critics. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's the difference between a constructive review and people just doing a review just to deconstruct.
They like this constructing.
But the thing that is funny is I was going to say, if someone starts the review saying that we are trying to be edgelords in a bad sense, I know that's not going to be a review. That is not a healthy and constructive review.
Okay, so let's start by that one. If you are aware of all the drama, so we got an award.
Not the award, not the prize, an award.
We got an award that we didn't ask for. We didn't really want it because it was awarded by woke people.
Yeah, but
there were some people.
Because the people that nominated us were not woke, and we know them, and
I think they still aren't. So we accepted the things, but then
someone said they are fascists
or bigots. Or whatever.
Well, we have latent ideologies.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they said. And then I got the call informing me that the award was taken away or is going to be taken away.
Yeah, but then so the award was not taken away officially, but eventually
it will be.
So people were saying that we were crying that the award was being taken away from us, but it wasn't yet. But we know it was because they called us.
Yeah, that's it.
They just didn't put it online. They said that they wanted to step away from our latent ideology.
Obviously, no one was crying because we didn't want the damn thing. We're just making fun of the stupid people who gave an award to people that don't know for books they didn't read. And they did, and
And that they would like if they had read.
yes, and they wouldn't like us if they knew us as well. So why not take a look at people's social media?
If that's important for you.
Yes, of course. And for them, obviously, it's important. So after this, we still were the bad guys because it
We-
didn't stop there.
We were complaining.
Yes.
We're not
we-
complaining.
oh yeah,
We're
the-
telling them they're
there was
stupid.
there was a retarded kid on Twitter.
Don't call them retarded.
Yeah.
You're offending retarded people
Okay,
just because of that.
son of a bitch.
A troll, a little troll, a soy boy.
Okay, so
Coninhas.
well,
A
they
little
wanted us
cunt.
to- little cunt. Well, the little cunt was calling us bigots and
Bigots.
stupid
And
and
retarded.
retarded. Yes, also retarded and other stuff. And
I
then
just mute them. I didn't block them. I mute them.
I didn't.
After 3 or 4 exchanges of lovely messages,
Yeah,
I just
he kept on. He insulted other people, not just.
yeah, I know everybody.
He
that
started
was-
an argument with I don't know
violence solves everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone else probably.
Yeah. Person that posted on that tweet, but yeah, there was another guy there.
Yeah, several people. I don't know if he insulted everybody.
But we were the ones that were trolling because you were the one that
Yeah.
was insulting everybody in that original thread,
actually,
or
I did.
answering to everybody.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
But you're not insulting. So he that was insulting, but it was for the gooder.
Yeah, because
the greater goods.
he's good. He's a good person and we are bad, so they can do anything, and they did. So they have a.
It's great. They can do whatever they want, but we can complain. Exactly.
Doodle squats know what patent means.
Yeah.
And latent, unlike the Portuguese ones. Our dear friends. So our dear friends have a Discord channel, or it's not called a channel, it's called a server. A Discord server.
That is very private.
Yes, very, very private. You have to, there are 2 bots asking you questions before you can comment and ask questions and whatever. I was there once some time ago, but then I left because
as fuck.
yeah, I'm not sure if I even got to that part. I just
It's denied by the boss.
I wasn't doing anything there. So, but even though I wasn't there, I know some people were there. Not many people, but I don't know, 5 people probably,
Yeah.
maybe even more than that. I'm not really sure. Anyway, one of those people, one of those persons I know there, sent me a few screenshots of something that was going on after the award was taken. So there was a guy about my age that was entertaining a group of little woke cunts by making fun of us. Well, actually,
And it was okay.
not just us
It
and
was
our book.
Combs and our books, but it was not funny.
Wretched bastard.
Yes, Wretched Bastard.
Yeah, well, they are.
It was funny, especially the part when he was reviewing the book and saying that, well, oh, these are the same classes. This is your basics. He doesn't know what an OSR is. And
Apparently, he
OSR.
thought that our book should be original. Well, it's OSR, can be original. If it's an original game, it's not an old school game.
Oh, but it has the typical classes.
Of course, it could add something, but then it would.
It does. It has the same.
Actually, there are some things that are called OSR and they are innovative, but then
There's the hipster.
they stopped being OSR. They call it OSR, maybe in spirit, but not in actually OSR because if they changed a lot, we did change it.
But it was funny because they also didn't like the perks and the drawbacks. It apparently they never saw it.
Which isn't OSR.
But it's very
it's kind
but
of.
It's common, so it's not something that you invented. You just put it on the OSR.
Yeah,
they're saying like, oh,
adapted.
perks are positive things, and negatives are the opposite of the and the drawbacks are the opposite of the perks. Oh, this is so original. It was a bit sad.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be original. Anyway, the parts that were original, they didn't like them.
Yeah, they didn't. Oh, they didn't like
hated
the.
it.
the bits about the sleazy parts.
Yeah, well, so the scenes, they didn't like the scenes, they didn't like the way experience points are awarded.
I don't think they like the magic made people mad. I think they thought they were stupid.
Maybe not. And
I'm
well,
not sure.
the things that are different, they didn't like them,
Yeah.
so they were offensive for some reason. Well, the guy who was doing that isn't actually woke, so he didn't say offensive. He just said that we are stupid and
Yeah, the
infantile.
book is juvenile and
Right.
blah blah blah, and they're trying to be
So this wasn't. Should we call this a criticism or a review? No, it wasn't.
no, I would like him to
It
do he could do that review in the public. So I would share it.
Oh yeah, well then there was a small reaction. I went to Discord channel and said, "Well, guys, I'm Portuguese, you know. Even eventually we might find it, we might meet each other somewhere."
Oh yeah, because okay, that's the part when they made jokes about our sex
Yeah,
life
they,
because of the
yeah,
of the
they said
because of the their sex.
there was
books.
there was a joke that I liked very much. Someone said, I don't know why it sounded out of the blue, but maybe I didn't see all the
Yeah, you didn't see all the pink shots.
all the shots. Yeah, that's it.
Pink
So
screens.
someone said we should get together and give them a group hug. I think they need it. And the guy was doing the review said we probably shouldn't do that because a hug might end somewhere else.
Yeah.
According to the things they write. So no, not really. You guys are
But I don't
disgusting.
know why they would give us a hug.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what's the funny part on that. Why do we need a hug?
Probably because we are
Stupid?
stupid. I don't
Okay.
know. Probably you
Oh,
missed
but
something.
another thing that's also now we're complaining, but yeah, but I think it's also funny because when I did a tweet about that, one of the persons was making fun because our books are cheap,
Yeah,
cheap,
cheap.
not non-expensive, which I thought
They are
was
also
absolutely
they
ridiculous.
call it cheap.
Yeah, they call it
Yeah,
cheap,
that's right.
but cheap like, and they were like, of course our books are not expensive. That's the whole idea.
That's the well.
That's
Anyway,
why we pull books. Well, we print things, we publish things almost every week. We're not going to make them.
yeah, of course, no. If
Oh,
they
people will not buy
if
it.
they cost I don't know
And we're
$5
not
each.
drifters.
Yeah.
We are here to
These guys.
entertain people.
Oh yeah, one of them is one of those Kickstarters that
Yeah.
never delivers. And the rest of them have excellent games, fantastic games, amazing games
They're
that
never published.
they'll never publish because they are always working on them, spending and improving them. They're
Yeah,
always
I think
waiting for that.
we had a conversation, well, not on video among ourselves. That's I think about our the stuff that we publish a bit like, and because it's inspired in those things like the a pulp or the feuilleton,
Mhm.
that when you have things that would come out every week,
Yeah, that's it.
the penny dreadfuls,
Of course, that's
the idea.
it's a great comparison. Even though that's not what inspires me, I'm inspired by movies.
Yeah, but the movie
We could say that
but the movies that inspire you probably inspire us most that are the straight to video and
yeah.
they have a bit of that.
Even if they weren't straight to video, they were low budget.
Yes,
and,
exactly. The grindhouse movies and all that, the low
and
budget.
let's remember the greatest inspiration of all, Jess Franco,
yes,
Jesus Franco, the man who picked up a movie and did three out of that. With different montage, there was a porno, there was an erotic, and there was something else. A horror.
I'm gonna say it's not normal because none of them were normal.
No, but they were. I'm not going to compare.
And let's be, and now I'm going to be pretentious because I am pretentious sometimes. Let's remember that Alexandre Dumas and Charles Dickens, they published their works as serials.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
true.
end up becoming classics. They're not going to become classics, but
Hey, hello. We have
it's normal.
one more person watching, 4 people watching. So I'm not going to compare to any of those, but
I'm just using
even
people that were that are famous writers and use that that format.
I wouldn't even compare to Jess Franco because the guy was a genius. Really, if you haven't watched any Jess Franco movies,
She killed in ecstasy.
Watch it.
We used to watch that again.
And Dracula also, yes, and well, whatever you can find.
The Barbie Killers is also that's not one of the old ones.
Yeah,
the most.
I wouldn't recommend that as a first film. That's something to watch if you
watch everything else.
Yeah. So watch it from the first ones to the last ones because the man was old and
Well, he has movies with Klaus Kinski, at least one.
Yeah, maybe two, perhaps, and he has other movies with well-known actors. Not most of them, but some of them.
You can watch also the Love Letters of a Portuguese Man.
Oh yes,
It's an inspiration.
that
for-
actually has no one known except for Portuguese people because it was filmed in Portugal. And yes, that one in Madeira. The other side of the mirror. Well,
Yes,
that's something that's interesting about Jess Franco's movies.
a lot of them
they
take
have
place in Portugal.
at least no, yeah, that as well. But I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say that they have at least five titles.
Yes,
So,
but it
it's
happens a
difficult.
lot of Italian movies.
But it does. But this
From that
in this case, that's another problem because there's another problem because since he has several versions for each movie, then that's complicated because each movie has several titles, and then but then they are the same movie almost, so it's complicated. Okay, so
we're talking about criticism being cheap. We're talking about being cheap and being sleazy.
so our good friends in Portugal who don't write games, or well, that they don't publish them. They write them, but don't publish them, and nobody knows them, and they don't sell
Well,
anything.
their friends know them, and we have no friends. No, I'm kidding. We have no friends on the
But
Portuguese.
they don't
community.
like.
We have
They
some
don't like our games.
friends in Portugal, but I'm not going to say they're part of the Portuguese community.
I don't think they are. Well, one of them still is, but the other ones I don't think so.
Let's pretend that they are not anyway, or they will
Yeah,
maybe
almost
not.
not. Almost not. So let's put this away.
So that was not a review.
No, it
Like
was-
what the review from that guy did from Labia Dungeon
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same price.
yeah, that was a
That was a
different
funny
thing.
one.
That guy is probably a boring dude. And,
Yeah, he also didn't like my vagina.
and he didn't even try it, so I don't know.
No, he said it has no level. Of course, it has no level. I don't care about that. The Avenger has no level. Yeah.
10-foot pole. That's the name
Yeah.
of the blog, I think.
But that's another point. So he buys adventures so that he can say bad things about them. That's
Yes, but he writes principles how to design adventures. So he knows how to design adventures, boring adventures, I guess, because he doesn't like
edgy.
Edgy.
That is the thing. That is the thing I didn't like, was that when he complained about being edgy is bad.
I think
Yeah,
three hosts.
it's the cat.
Was there a cat behind
Of
us?
course, there's always a cat behind us.
Okay.
I think
I missed that.
Ziggy was showing
No,
off
it
his
was
ass,
Ziggy.
and now he's showing off his front.
I can see.
No, he's not there anymore.
Okay, so let's talk about another review now. And now give me the water.
So he's gonna ask for a book
No, not books.
or a cat.
The first review was Wretched Bastards by the Gaming Gang.
And he didn't like it very much, and
He
that's
didn't like
okay.
it very much. Yeah, it's okay.
That's the proof.
Of course,
that we
well,
have no
it's okay.
problems.
It's not okay.
Yeah,
I would rather
yeah,
like it.
I didn't like it, but I understand the reasons
Yes.
why he didn't like it. Although I don't agree
It's
with
a
it.
shame he didn't like it because I think
I
that,
think he would. Yeah, it may not.
probably the Gaming Gang
Yeah.
reaches some audience that that doesn't know us, so it
Yeah,
would be
because I think he would like Space. I think he bought Space. Right?
hope,
It was better that
yeah.
he still reviews Space.
Well, I hope he wasn't so annoyed by that he wants to review Space, because I think he probably likes Space. Space isn't sleazy.
Yeah. So what he
It
didn't
could be,
like,
but it
one of the
is.
things that he didn't, the what he has with the rules.
He basically, well, he didn't. He had some criticism about the rules, not really that important. More about not the fact that the fact there isn't an adventure in
And
an
you
entire
solved it.
adventure. Yeah, but basically I gave away 7 Bastards as a free
So
download.
if you bought Wretched Bastards the game and you haven't bought 7 Bastards,
You
you
can
can now
download it.
download it from drive-through, because we
Or,
are cheap like that.
Or Geek Emporium.
Exactly.
It's there
we're
as
Geek
well.
Emporium.
Well, if you bought it, you probably received an email because I sent it. But anyway, he did some. He also mentioned some things about the book, but that wasn't really the matter. He said, okay, and he was right about that. But I just didn't. When I did that revised edition, bastards. I've thought about adding the whole 7 bastards to it, but it didn't really make sense to add that to the book because it's a very large adventure to be the one shot who comes with the core book. Then it would be almost half of the.
That's what happens when
it would be a bit
publish
strange.
books too much, too quicker or too fast,
Yeah, but it wasn't
fastly, quickly, and you don't have time to think maybe what is the best strategy.
Well, I did what I
Yeah,
right,
no.
and there's some information. It's not an adventure, but there are plot hooks on the location. So we can do an adventure from there. But I understand is doing a mainstream show for mainstream audience. I think not a typical OSR audience who probably doesn't even like scenarios. So for our regular audience, that's not really a problem. But for other people, it's a problem.
I don't know if it was him or Pandit that said that we didn't explain what a role-playing book was or a game was.
It was him, of course.
Yes, that is the thing.
I'm not sure if the Pandit
has
a chapter about role-playing games.
Because that is probably the thing, because we don't expect people that pick up our games not to know what a role-playing game is. But that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to correct that. Our next game, which will be the horror fantasy game,
Wretched Darkness.
Dark urban fantasy, Wretched Darkness, will have a very small chapter. Well, not a chapter, a paragraph explaining what's a role-playing game. Nobody will read it, but okay, it will be there. If someone else from a mainstream channel or a mainstream reviewer picks up the game, he will know.
Yeah, because a person that's buying things mainstream or someone that doesn't know what the role-playing game is not going to buy games on drive-thru. I don't think so.
Maybe on drive-thru, but it's that person who never heard about a role-playing game is not going to. Well, okay, let's research which is the smallest independent publisher here. Oh, it's these guys. So I'm going to buy their book. Yeah, that's basically that. No one will never play the game unless it's one of us who is showing a game to someone we know in real life. Well, in that case, probably it could happen. Someone discovering a game through us, but
they're not going to buy it.
Yes, they're not going to buy it. So I don't think that that's really a problem. But okay, let's do it, because if someone else, or not someone else, if the gaming gang guys pick up on a Square Learn, hello. You saw reviews. Yeah, that's the only one he did. Yeah.
How many reviews have there been? Well,
this week
RPG overviews did not a review, but he's been doing some overviews. He did 2, right?
Yes, but that was
not
this week. Not this week. Yeah,
there was 1 or 2 by
so the RPG overviews did 2 games. He did Bastards and Space. The guy from Talking About Games has been doing several, but not our games. It's postmortem stuff. And then well, the recent ones were The Pundit and The Gaming Gang. This one we were talking about is The Gaming Gang. So now you're going to talk about the part that he really didn't like, but that thing is something that we can't do anything about it. He didn't like the sleazy part of it.
And by sleazy, he meant the sex.
And he said that we didn't advertise it as such. Well, it's not mature. It's not labeled as mature at drive-thru. Well, it's mature in a way, but it's not. To label it as mature in a drive-thru would mean that it had some art that is nudity, that contains nudity, frontal nudity, or something else. I'm not sure what they consider mature. Probably nipples they still don't consider mature. And descriptions, but you don't describe sex or violence, just mention it. Yeah. And there are there's no nudity in that book, so why would I put that as mature? It would be bad for business. Yeah, well, somebody puts. Somebody. So okay, the guy doesn't like it. Well, yeah, that's totally, yeah, okay. That's fair. That's for him. Of course, probably not. So, but we are not going to change that, of course.
Yes.
The other things I can address, and I will address. Well, I already did something. I offered 7 bastards because the guy is right. It should be kind of there. I don't know. Perhaps
It's
not the
better
whole
from
adventure.
there.
Perhaps it should be there a smaller.
Sort of like a small version of that adventure.
Yeah, it would be, and then I did it because of that. And so, okay, it's not going to be in there, but it's offered. So that's solved.
Because it's not really the 7 bastards, it's actually a
Yeah,
small
it's not.
setting.
It's not a scenario. So it's something else. And well, but about that last part, okay, I understand that he doesn't like it, but I can.
Yeah, other people are, and now I'm gonna back also to the about Labia and the other people and our friends from Portugal. Other people have criticized about that, and that's okay. So it's not for them. But I'm gonna say something because I think it's funny. Is that most except for the coprophilia in the memorial, most of the nastier things are actually written by me. And I don't know if people are aware of it. I think some people, well, probably the people that don't see the videos and don't follow me on Twitter, maybe they actually think that my name is there just because I don't think they that the nastier things were actually. So sometimes I'm just feel like when people complain, oh, you misogynist pig.
When her name is on the book, it means that she wrote something.
Yeah.
And in the case of the bastards, she didn't do the rules, but she did the setting and the characters.
And for example, Sexual Holocaust was written by you. There's a small part there that was written by me. But the idea was actually I was one that said I want to adventure when people are potentially raped. I did not tell it like that. I said I was the Blail Razor, and I did work on the descriptions to make it more disgusting.
She knows more
about dead bodies,
cutting up dead bodies than me.
I think it's
never
funny.
Cut up a dead body. It's nothing freaky. She was
I studied
something in college. Okay, let's
go back to Pandit's review.
Pandit's review was actually nice. A nice review.
It was a very nice review.
He didn't hate it, so first of all, which is good.
He didn't call us edgelords.
No, that would be funny. Well, we could call us edgelords as a compliment.
Yeah, well,
call us based. So
yes, based. That's good. And he said that we are, that's we spaghetti punk. So that is a thing that he understands what we are coming from and what we are being inspired by. And that our games are not, our scenarios are not serious.
Yeah, that's a big difference between the previous review and Pandit's review. I don't think the gaming gang guy probably knows the movies, but some of them at least, but is probably not entirely aware.
Not of the level of sleaziness.
Yeah, and he doesn't know us. So we interviewed the Pandit twice, and we talk through social media. Usually,
we are European.
Yes,
I'm using that as an excuse. Oh, we are European.
So we are European. So if we have weird ideas,
we think that showing boobs in this is absolutely normal.
Yeah, well, some Americans said that the wretched bastards lacked nipples.
Yes.
So, and he's right.
Yeah, it does. But now we have a new AI art. We have something that allows for.
We have been using.
You have been using.
Yeah, I have been using mostly Midjourney, which is very prudish. You can't write in the prompts blood and boobs, of course, and nipples and naked. Yeah, you can't write naked. It's stupid.
Or in lingerie.
You can't write lingerie, and you can't write sexy, and you can't write leftovers and flesh and blood, and you can write a lot of things. So it's complicated to get a naked person there. It's almost impossible. But I'm using something else, which is Stable Diffusion, which is installed in our own computer. There are several versions, but I'm using that one. So they don't have to be prudish and censor our stuff, because it's our computer doing the job. It's not theirs. So it's cheap, not cheap, it's free to use, and no one sees it unless we show it. So you can do nakedness and sex and all that, and gore. Sometimes it's you get weird stuff, but well, sex it's not easy to do in a artificial intelligence because it mixes two bodies and it usually
That's
not.
interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of it's the what happens in the fly. So it's like something like that. You create a very strange monster by mixing the
That
two
could be
bodies
good
together.
for a new Flash.
Yeah, it could. At the time, I was using some other stuff. Um, okay, so where was I going?
We were talking about Pandit.
Oh yeah, so the Pandit, the RPG Pandit knows what we are writing, knows a spaghetti western, so he was aware that things should be, well, first of all, not realistic, though historical things that are not really historical because it's supposed to be a spaghetti western. And well, and then he talked about it. Of course, he mentioned some things about rules, and he's right. Especially something that I must change in a way. For example, he mentioned that there was armor there, and it shouldn't be. Though there's a small note saying that it's just there for just because, just a reference. Because at most, someone is going to put a metal plate under the poncho, like the man with no name did. I can't remember which was the movie. Fistful of Dollars or for a few dollars more.
Yeah,
one of them. So, but that's there, and other stuff are there because the Wretched verse is supposed to be made out of crossovers, and you should. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can mix things up. So that's why I sometimes do that. But maybe if I review it, I will take some stuff out of there. Let's see. The plan now is to do after Wretched Darkness, to do a rule set, which is generic for all Wretched games, and that will be free as a PDF, of course.
And then moving forward, we'll just do settings probably.
Or I'll do smaller rules that just include the things that are particular for
a
that.
special, yes, for a special game, because there'll be some games that will need their own rules.
Yeah,
like the super.
Yeah, not just that, but so sometimes the skill set is one,
Yes,
and
exactly.
another, and some perks.
Think that will need
At least a list or something like that. So there will be
but
probably.
You have to put all the rules.
Yeah, not necessarily all the rules, but well, that's something that we'll decide later. Anyway, that's.
Like for example, I don't agree when about the hit points because we played.
Yeah, that's
because we played the Wretched enough to know that it's very little. It depends if how the enemies are, and if you don't.
I think he was thinking about characters that leveled up, and well, the
cap is at level 10.
There's a cap at level 10, and
level 10 character.
But anyway, that's the cap. So you should start below that. Even if you're playing in veteran mode, I wouldn't advise you to start with a character from level 5 up. So that's a fairly inexperienced character. He will die. Of course, he won't die with just one shot. If you shoot the guy with a bullet, he won't die. Unless it's a critical hit, yeah. So, but anyway, okay, it's not realistic, that's true.
But it's spaghetti western, so it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, usually what happens is you aren't hit, or at least you are hit just by a graze. So you are grazed. Yeah,
there's a lot of bullets going on spaghetti western, but nobody is hit.
Hats that fly off and something like that. Yeah, I think it's for Fistful of Dollars. Yes, Mark Hoffman was saying. Well, actually, we have watched a lot of Clint Eastwood lately.
Not lately, actually.
Not really lately, but it depends on what I mean lately. In the last 3 months, probably not, but before that, we watched a lot of movies. And you probably watch something soon because it's one of the few living directors that I still want to watch movies from, and probably not many more because, well, it happens. Since you will have to die someday. But yes,
He doesn't have enough hit points to keep
yeah, I don't
going.
think yes, enough hit points to keep going 10 more years. Not that bad. Well,
It could happen.
yeah, it could happen.
And that is to say that, yes, unlike people that write for Wizards of the Coast and Wizards of the Coast themselves in Hasbro, we actually don't mind critics, even bad critics.
No, and there's something that, for example, we didn't mention those reviews, but the RPG overviews, he helped a lot because he did when he was reading the book, he took some notes and sent me the notes to do some revisions, just typos, of course. So, and I did a new version for the Bastards, which I believe that if there's some typos there aren't many at the moment because he found a lot of them. So that's the, well, of course, that's not something we should expect from a reviewer. It was just nice to do it, but well, that's good because we did some. He did a review and then we changed the stuff that he mentioned. There were some other changes that weren't typos, chapters, and the way that the book was structured. Not that much, but just a couple of things that were changed. So that's a way to handle things. People do a review. People tell you what they think is wrong or
Yeah,
that
you
could
can
be
accept
improved.
it or not, but yeah.
Yes, of course. I don't have to accept everything.
Well,
For
yeah,
example, I won't change the fact that
yeah,
Bastards
it
is
means you
leaving.
can accept,
Will be
you accept, you don't have to agree.
No, I don't have. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, I accept his opinion. I'm not going to change it because I don't want to. But okay, yeah, of course, people have their opinions, and
Yeah, but you can't expect when somebody does a review is not praise someone who's saying that in the comments. When people are reviewing, they may say they don't like it, and it's okay as long as they justify why they don't. Well, even if they don't justify why
they
they
can
don't
just
like
say
it.
no,
Yes,
that's
this is
shit. I
stupid,
don't
and that's
like it.
okay. They can do that. That's
course.
not a very good review.
No, it's not a good. But luckily, we didn't
Yes.
have any except those
Yeah, but those
stupid
don't
things.
count.
Does not
Really
count.
count.
They aren't really reviews. But the people who have reviewed us, they sometimes they don't have much. The guy from Talking About Games, basically, it's not really a review. It's
There's a reading.
yeah, it's most of the reading. He doesn't offer any, or rarely offers any suggestions or comments, but it's good. It's a way of showing other people's work, and people who are watching, they get some information about the stuff, and they decide for themselves if they like it or not. The RPG Pundit does something very different. He talks about things and he comments on them and he gives his opinion and he compares with other stuff. So he doesn't read much of what's there. So it's different things, and we can.
We also have we had from DM Bloodwork, right? Was it a review or just an overview?
An overview, yeah. Two overviews. DM Bloodwork has his style also. It's different, and then there's something also very different. The reviews that Eric does. Which very practical. He doesn't really talk about the games
He
usually.
talks about how they can be used.
Yeah,
which is actually interesting, especially the way that he makes it. Yeah, I was forgetting Arabic because we're talking about video reviews and
yeah,
but I like the way how he is always matching games.
Yeah, he does something. Of course, there sometimes he does a actual review, but
yeah, but always
even the actual review has even in the actual reviews. So it's something much more practical and much less about how things work. But it's well, he gives the information, the necessary one, if he likes the art or the rules or something else.
Yeah, but I think that way that his suggestion of how to play is actually the added value of
yeah,
his reviews.
It's well, every review has something to offer, so it's and we have tried to address the criticism and the suggestions and the
Yeah, but not saying you're full of hate. Why are you full of hate?
no, no, even for those that don't like the subject. Okay, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, no, just for the yes, for our stupid friends on the
Yeah, even for
Portuguese Twitter. It's
even
just, okay,
I would
guys, if you, I was very disappointed because I think I would expected. I don't mind being roasted, but I hope they would have done it better.
yeah, they were
That was very
they were ineffective.
okay. It was not the jokes had were not fun.
They are woke. So.
And then they were saying our books are not fun. So we are funnier than you.
Oh yeah, I think the books are fun. They aren't a laugh because it's not supposed to be like that. Well, I had some laughs. Well, at least I'm not doing them. I liked especially the joke about the combat wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, you asked for a combat wheelchair.
Yeah, the combat wheelchair is
I wrote it, but it was by order.
I love that one.
Timmy.
And there are some more jokes in these ones, the vice and the spies.
And also in the apocalypse, Red's apocalypse.
Yes,
Is there a tribe
yes,
of folks?
yeah. There's a woke tribe in apocalypse, right? Right, that's true. Okay, so there are funny stuff.
Yeah, and there will be a in spies
What?
What you're telling me there's going to be on spies a faction, evil faction that is called
Reset.
Yeah.
And another one that's that one was made up by me. There's another one by Coombs, which is called the Mozambique Zebra Patrol. I love the name.
Okay, so that's why there was a zebra on the book.
No, yeah, that's true.
I was going to ask you, why is there a zebra?
Well, it's a kind of guerrilla thing, which is called Mozambique Zebra Patrol. It's a lovely name. It could be a band, I think.
Yeah.
A punk band, something like that.
And so I hope I finish my Ratchet. I've been saying this for a while now. I hope to finish my scenario this week.
So next week will be Ratchet Spies.
And then
well, not Ratchet Spies. It's
Agents of Ratchet.
Agents of Ratchet. Ratchet.
And then maybe the Bastard King.
And
then maybe Raven scenario.
Oh yeah, that's
Red is the new black. I'm very curious about that one.
Yes, he has been working on that, and I'm just not sure how much more he's going to add to it. So
he's doing characters.
It might take some time.
He's actually rolling the characters. That thing that you told me not to do.
Yeah, he will. I think so. I think he will roll the characters. Well, he wants to.
Yeah.
I don't want to because I don't want you to because it will take longer, and we have our schedule. Our weekly schedule of release, and that would. I'm not sure if people even use our stats. So
I have fun rolling characters.
Okay, so you can.
But okay, I'm not gonna roll character for the. I'm not gonna put the NPC stats on this one because they are all there to die.
Yeah,
there are none that are suggested to be played, so they don't need stats. They just need to die.
And I'm going to start working tomorrow or.
Not today.
Not next week, not today. On Ratchet. Well, I started already, but I'm going back to Ratchet Darkness. Yes.
I was gonna say that I made up a new monster for. It's not really new. It's for the Bastard King. No, it's old. It's from Epoch, but it's going to be called the Venger.
Oh yeah, the Venger monster.
It's basically a revenant, but I decided to give it another name.
Is it bold?
So, no, it's not bold. It's people. So it can be bold. No, there are several people. So the Vengers are a type of revenant.
Okay.
But I can say that they are inspired by Venger.
I don't know if you're going to like that.
There are some monsters that
maybe
suck the life out of people.
Okay, you'll like
and make them into other Vengers. And they do it with a kiss.
Oh, that would be nice. If Vengers started doing that.
Turning people into Vengers. Or at least
surprise, motherfucker! Okay, so I think we covered all the stuff we wanted to talk about. Let's hope that
there's not a lot of sleaziness in this one, by the way.
Which one?
The Bastard King. There's not, but there's just a random table for self-harm.
That's kind of
but it's not sexual.
But not sexual, yeah. So I guess it would offend the woke, but not people don't like mentioning sex in games.
Yeah,
The
there's,
mention of
there's no
sex. in
sex.
games.
There's no sex on that one. That's
No
craziness.
I don't think there was on the last things we did anyway. Maybe perhaps a little bit on blaxploitation, or not really mentioned, but
I'm very
some boobs.
lately. I need to write something dirty.
Yeah, you can, especially if it's in a scenario. It's not a problem. Usually, no one reviews scenarios, but not lately, at least. Okay.
So that's all.
That's all. I hope that we can do some more videos next week because we haven't been doing anything lately. Well,
Yeah, but we need to find some.
we have been doing other stuff, but not.
We need to
not
find
videos.
things to talk about.
Yeah,
Or friends or
if you
whatever.
do a small video, there's something.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend an hour chatting. Okay, so have a nice weekend. And I hope you have recovered from Thanksgiving.
It's
And,
Black Friday. Do I still have time to do some shopping here?
yeah, no, okay, so go to drive-through. There's
Exactly.
a lot of things there on sale.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things I want to check. We don't have the, I don't know if it's on the Bandits, how that one, the Gonzo game.
What?
There's one of the games from Pandit that I think about. I'm gonna see the something from the Last Sun. What is the name?
Yeah.
We don't have that one, and I'm gonna see if it's on sale. I don't know if it
I
is.
can't remember now. Yeah, the last sun. Yeah, something from the last sun. Okay, let's check it also. So okay,